Calls for action after a major UN report says time is running out to tackle climate change. But China and Australia insist they are doing enough already. For a closer look, we're joined now by Dr. Cecilia Tortajada from University of Glasgow. Dr. Cecilia, China hasn't signalled any change to its policies since the report came out. Is it on the right course?
The report was launched only yesterday, so we can not expect that the countries react. They have to plan. And all that China has been doing, like becoming now the largest market, for example, of solar photovoltaic, is a result of decade-long plans and enormous investments. So it needs time for the countries to recalibrate depending or based on all this knowledge we're receiving through these reports.
We have, though, already heard from Australia, and they say they're reluctant to impose a net zero target. Are its current policies enough, do you think?
I think that all the countries should be doing more. Every country is investing, which means also that we, the taxpayers, we are investing in these decisions. But more needs to be done. After reading the report, it is very clear that we need to move faster. So the previous plans were considering a certain scenario, but now we know that more responses and more changes are needed. So I don't think it's the moment that the world says, I want to do more. Many countries are doing, many countries are not doing enough, either because they don't have the capacity or because they have not developed the policies. But it wouldn't be the moment for a country to say, no, I won't do more. However, we as the society of the world, we also cannot expect a reaction. More plans are needed, more financing, more investments of all types are needed.
Countries are certainly working at their own pace on climate action, but India is also one of the biggest carbon emitters. It hasn't set a date for becoming carbon neutral. That's an important step. Does it have a plan going forward?
Yeah, what you have mentioned is very important because there should be a plan. And being one of the main emitters, India, as well as any other big emitter, should have said, I will plan so that in 50 years' time, 40 years' time, I will have made this change. The fact that this is not public, it is of concern. The country may be considering it, but it's important that it also informs the international community so that we all know that the entire world is on track. So yes, it is concerning. And yes, you should have a plan. And yes, you should make it public.
Small island states, they are likely to bear the brunt of climate change. They say the report proves that climate change threatens their very existence. Do you expect bigger nations to actually help them out?
The world has been helping each other country for many decades. For many years, it was only the traditional donors, the traditional countries, as China stepped in. And now there is collaboration at many levels. And if we talk about the small island states, we have to make a distinction. Singapore is a small island state that has made enormous progress. This cannot be compared with other states. So would Singapore need help? But Singapore is in such a good position because of the planning and because of the policies and investments that is able to support another small states, which other states cannot do. So each state is at a different level of development. The countries that can do more, are they expected to provide more support? Yes, we all expect that.
And with so many differences still on the table between countries and the manner in which they're tackling climate change, Dr. Tortajada, what's the most realistic goal for COP26 in November? What can it truly achieve?
We will have here in Glasgow, as you have said, the COP26. What is expected? And there must be a change because now each member state will have the information provided precisely by the IPCC report. So between now and November, even though it's not much time, there should be plans, and they should be more concrete on how each one of the countries is going to, how is it going to change, what policies are going to be modified. And also from us, from the society, what are we willing to change in terms of consumption, in terms of waste. And I think this gathering, even though each one of the gatherings has been important, but this one is especially relevant precisely because of all the urgency that has come out in the IPCC report. So we expect that there is change. There cannot be excuses for I won't do it. No, we all are expecting change, and we also are expecting that societies of the world also step in and change behaviors.
Let's hope there can be significant change for 2021 and at COP26. Dr. Tortajada, thank you very much for joining us this evening. That was Dr. Cecilia Tortajada there from the University of Glasgow.